And so a long time ago, when like boats were traveling across the ocean and things like that, they would pack in gunpowder in a big barrel called a keg. And then that's how they would transport it across. Well, gunpowder is flammable. So if you hold up a match to it, it will explode, right? Well, I want you to imagine that sometimes inside you have an imaginary kind of powder keg, something that bothers you or triggers you, or maybe something happened to you one time that upset you, and your mind and your heart remember that, right? And then when somebody says something to you, it triggers your powder keg. It shakes it up, and all of a sudden it explodes. Have you ever had this experience before? Somebody says something and you don't know why, but all of a sudden you're super angry, you're super frustrated. You say or do things that you're like, that's not like me, I don't know why I did that. Well, we all kind of have those things inside us. Things that make our powder keg, that imaginary powder keg in your heart, explode. And when you explode, of course, just like an actual explosion could hurt people, when you get triggered and that powder keg inside you goes off, it can often hurt people. And I know some of you have really been struggling with this lately. You've had somebody say something, or they look at you, and because somebody else looked at you sometime in the past, you thought they were doing the same thing, and you get really angry and upset. First of all, friends, know that that's normal. We all have that imaginary powder keg inside us, things that trigger us and get us upset. But we can't go around just exploding and hurting people and things. So one of the first things that people who are aware of this do is they notice when they get triggered. And sometimes just realizing that that is upsetting to you is the beginning of getting control. Because then you realize, okay, that's triggered me, I'm upset, maybe I need to go take a little walk, maybe I need to sit down. I myself, when I get triggered, I need to sit down and I need to write. Anybody else out there write when they get upset? It helps me get that out of my feeling, and then I can crumble that up and throw it away, and nobody's feelings gets hurt. I don't hurt anybody. And then I get to return to joy and be happy and move on. So if you have been worried about something was wrong with you, nothing's wrong with you. We all have that imaginary powder keg inside us. But you do have to know that it's there, notice what triggers you, and find a strategy to keep it from hurting others. And that's what's in the principal's pocket. All right, now I get to do something super fun. Are you ready? All right, here it is. I have the Dr. Seuss trivia question of the day. Yes, I do. Okay, I got to be able to read. This question is about what Seuss character said this. All right, so what Dr. Seuss character out of all the books said this? I call this game Fun in a Box. I call this game, oh, we have our first phone call. Let's see if they got it right. No, incorrect. All right, let me help you out a little bit. Ready? Here are your choices. Horton the Elephant, Fox in Socks, or The Cat in the Hat. Who said, I call this game Fun in a Box? Hold on.
You're correct.
Yay! Somebody got it.
Miss Murphy's class.
Miss Murphy's class. Woo! Round of applause for you. Excellent work. I'm so proud of you. There's so many great Dr. Seuss books. So if you didn't know, Miss Murphy's class got the right answer, and it was The Cat in the Hat. Remember the box of all the fun and crazy things that unload inside the house while their mother is away? Yeah. All right, one last announcement, and this one is for you, teachers. This one's super duper important because I know you're excited about spring break, as we all are. But before you go today, make sure you go on Teams, check that what do I need to do before I depart list, And on top of that, you need to make sure that anything on your outside or the inside of your door, and if you've got anything hanging up on the walls outside, that you've taken all that down, because they're going to begin painting the outside of the school very soon. And if they come while we're gone and do some cleaning, I don't want any of your things to get damaged. So boys and girls, can you help your teacher remember in case they forget? Make sure everything is off the front doors, the inside of your door, and any of the walls before you go home today. All right, friends, that is all the news that I know of that is fit to be said. Have a fantastic Friday, a super safe spring break, and always remember who you are. Now back to the desk.
PBIS Gold Party today,
Spring break starts tomorrow,
which means a whole week of no school.
but we can start reading for the PTA reading bingo sheet that we just got.
I can't wait to win a Squishmallow again.
12:45 DYBC meeting.
How can you show responsibility?
I can show responsibility by telling the truth all the time, even if I get in trouble.
I can show responsibility by doing my homework on time. Here's what's for lunch.
Stadium chicken wing,
Dinner roll,
buffalo chicken mac and cheese,
roasted ranch potatoes,
fresh baby carrots,
light ranch cup.
100% fruit juice slushy,
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence.
You may now be seated. Teachers, all buses are in. You may now take your attendance.
Teachers, all buses are in. You may now take your attendance. That's all the news for now. Have a fantastic Friday, Bobcats.